Goulash is a very simple dish. You want to taste the meat and you want to taste the paprika, the good quality, top quality paprika, which is not easy to get your hands on even in Hungary.
I think it is the most important for the Hungarian peoples, and everybody eats a paprika for all foods.
You have to follow the traditions, just cooking for a few hours and give the love as well. Every second week we eat a goulash soup at home. That's why I really like as well. It's very rich, so it's not a kind of something that is boring. Hi, my name is István Szántó. I'm from Hungary. I'm the executive chef in Sprague, Budapest, and one of the most popular signature dish on our menu, that's the traditional Hungarian goulash soup. Collect the best ingredients for a Hungarian goulash soup. We're gonna cook it later. And in the market hall we can find the very nice meat, beef meat and paprika powder as well. For a goulash soup we use some vegetable as well. So like this the flavor is gonna be much more rich. So actually that's the basic root vegetables that is available all the time. And additional some garlic is very important. And we're gonna buy some Spanish onion as well. That's gonna be the base of the stew. We're gonna use the beef cheek. That is one of the most tender part of meat on the beef. So actually this part of muscle, the cow uses the most. So that's why it cooks much more tender. You can find in the middle of the piece of meat, you can find the fiber part as well. It's full with collagen, so that gives the nice consistency of the soup. In general, we cut a nice actually cubes, and we're cooking together with the onion base. And it's very important to sweat the onion very nicely, so it takes half an hour. This is a very important step. Actually, that's the first step, but we have to take care, because if the first step is not good enough, the result will be not good enough as well. So for sure, when you are cooking, it takes time if you want to do something really nice.
Everyone, I mean, let it be just a simple tourist from whichever part of the world, or let it be a 3 Michelin star chef from a famous kitchen. Everyone who comes to Hungary wants to taste the perfect goulash. Hello, I'm Sofia Mautner, Hungarian food writer based in Budapest, and I believe that a perfect goulash is really the best step into the rich world of Hungarian cuisine. The terminology of the goulash is a complicated issue because I think people, normally international people, are expecting to get a stew when they order a goulash at restaurant. But here in Hungary, if you are eating a goulash or if you order it from a restaurant menu, you would probably get a soup, a goulash soup, which is more liquid. So the stew, which the majority of the people would expect to when they order a goulash, it's called in Hungarian cuisine, it's called pörkölt. And the original classic goulash would be a dish cooked in the eastern region of Hungary, cooked on open fire in a big kettle, and it's also a more liquid stew basically. The goulash actually used to mean the person who was taking care of the cattle. The goulash meant actually a meat cooked by that person.
We have the basic track, but every home does the different a bit. So you cannot taste two goulash soup what is exactly the same.
Paprika is another complicated issue. It's obviously the signature spice of Hungarian cooking. Surprisingly, it came into Hungarian cuisine relatively lately, so it came into Hungary during the Turkish occupation. First, people like to use it for decoration, and when it made its way into the mainstream, everyone started to grow and cultivate peppers.
The paprika is our family and our tradition and our life, because I'm the fourth generation and I born to this family, to this paprika family. My name is Dora Okvatovic. We are in the Fajsi paprika manufacturer. It's a small handmade paprika manufacturer. I'm the CEO and paprika is our life. This is our field. This one is the small field. It's just around 1 hectare. We are nearly to Danube. This is the famous field. This is a Hungarian Szegedi 80-as. This is a type of paprika, and this is the most typical in Hungarian. The paprika growing is very hard work, because we start every year around in the middle of March, and we started with the seedling, and after that we have to hoeing, and everything is handmade. It's very hard work. We can't use the machine for the harvesting, because the machine cut everything, the leaves and the green peppers, and we can pick just a perfect paprika by hand. This is the hanging paprika. After the harvesting, we put the sack, and we have to overripe here for 6 weeks, and the paprika will be more sweeter, and after that we could grind in.
There is huge difference between the different qualities of paprika. If you have a first look on the paprika, you can immediately say a lot about the quality, because of the color, because of the texture, if it's powdery, more coarse, the smell. And then when you start cooking with it, then it's really another world. So it should be very intense, fruity, clean taste. And then comes the secret tip of all the Hungarian grandmothers. You will probably not read it in every recipe. And the secret is, when you add the paprika, you have to take the pan off the heat and put the paprika on the onions separately, because it gets very easily bitter and it burns very easily, so that's why you have this extra step.
You can roast the piece of meat, so it's become white actually. We have to add some water, and we cook it on the shortly liquid, like a risotto when you make. So now, after 2 hours, the meat is nice and cooked, and we can add some root vegetables. So we mix together with the meat, we roast a bit. So our goulash soup is ready. All the elements are cooked. I like the goulash soup because it's a very intense and very rich in flavors. So maybe that's why the most of Hungarian people really like it.
My opinion is the best goulash is the beef goulash, but in a lot of restaurants made from pork or from chicken or anything else, and I think my grandma made the best goulash in the world.
My mission personally is also to show them through the goulash, to draw them in with the goulash, to show them this is our signature dish, taste it, it's really good, and then explore the diverse Hungarian cuisine more, because there is so much more beyond goulash.